Hello, sweet friend. My name is Maike, and in this video, I would like to share with you what I am bringing to the Dutch pen show. I'm really excited. This is going to be my first pen show, and yeah, this is what I'm bringing along. The first item is both practical and comforting. This is my pocket Paper Republic journal. This has been traveling with me for the past couple of weeks, and it's really grown on me. I liked it from the get-go, but now the leather is really starting to patina and really starting to shape to my inserts, and I love the smell of this and I love the feel of this leather. So yeah, it's really just a comforting thing to hold. And I changed the configuration inside a little bit for the Dutch pen show. So what I have in here is, first of all, a pocket-sized or passport-sized traveler's notebook plastic zipper case. I figured this would be handy to have for just collecting stickers or business cards or other ephemera that I come across. And then I've also put in a paper towel. You'll see this happening all throughout all the other pouches as well. I just have a feeling that maybe paper towels might come in handy with playing with inks and stuff like that. So I have them scattered throughout, and maybe that's not a thing, but I just put it everywhere. And then on the other side, I also have a paper with the information for my hotel, just in case I need to call them or reach out to them so that I don't get lost on the day. And then I did make myself a little passport-sized insert because I didn't have anything on hand. I've seen Izzy from Hearts Failing bringing a passport insert specifically for the pen show, and then I think also Julia from Julia Here did the same thing, and I thought that is so smart. So I copied them. We have a little bit of a decor out there, and then I swatched out my currently inked because I'm bringing my pens, and I just recently inked these up, so I needed a little bit of a reminder of what I ended up deciding for. So yeah, that's my currently inked. By the way, side note, really loving these colors so far. I'm very excited about this. So yeah, that's in there, handy. And then I set up at least 2 pages. I think I need, a third page for pen testing. I don't really have a wish list set up for the pen show. It's for me more about connecting with people, just seeing what's out there and what everybody else is using and talking about. And I do have a couple pens that I would like to hold in my hand that I may or may not want to buy sometime soon, like a Pilot Vanishing Point. I really want to try that out, and I'm sure there's going to be other really interesting things that I just want to, try out in the moment. But yeah, so we have some pen test pages, and then I also set up a couple ink swatching pages, which I'm really excited about. I hope that there's going to be opportunity to swatch some inks. That's going to be so fun. And this is maybe a little bit of a, you haven't been to a pen show yet, how cute that you're setting up pages for yourself, because it might be so hectic that filling in little swatches and being neat with it is a little bit impractical. But you know what? Setting these up was just as much the joy of getting excited for the pen show. And if I have to abandon these pages in the process of being at the show, I'm totally fine with. I just had fun setting this up and getting excited for the show. So there's that. And then I just have a little bit of a notes page. And then the rest of the pages I left blank, either for, again, messy swatching, or I know that Izzy has set aside pages for people to also leave notes, the people that she meets at the pen show, and I thought that was so cute. So I wanted to leave some pages for that as well, if the occasion occurs, for that to happen. So yeah, that's the little insert there. And then I'm bringing my pocket sketchbook. This has just been in here for the past couple weeks. There's a couple of sketches already in there, but I figured, who knows, either use the pages for messy swatching, or maybe I do have time to do some sketches, I don't know, but it's handy to have. And then this is the folder from Paper Republic, and in here I have my Passport TN weekly insert for keeping track of what happened each day. I figured that would be something nice to have. And then also, of course, I have my little cats in here. Maybe somebody wants to look through and share journals. I don't know. But yeah, that's that. And then I can stick in more ephemera if I wanted to. And then I have a pen loop with my trusty Pro Gear Slim Mini with a Diatramentis document ink in there. That's just what I like to use on the go, and I can use it for sketching and going over it with watercolor and all that. So yeah, that's gonna be my notebook of choice to take with me and have handy and hold and be comforted. And then I already mentioned the currently inked. I'm bringing just my standard pen case. This is the Endliebe pen case. I love this thing so much. And in here we have all my currently inked pens and some swatch tools, and again, paper towels. Every opportunity to tuck in a paper towel, I tucked it in. So yeah, just my pens that I already showed you. And then I figured maybe there's an instance to swatch inks and dilute them with water. I am taking a workshop about keeping an ink journal, so I figured that might be fun to have, as well as my Hokuro brush dip pen for activating inks, and my favorite swatch tools, these glass or not stirrers, but glass muddlers. And I brought both of them in case somebody else wants to try one too. And my Kakimori dip nib. Do I need all of these swatching tools? No, probably not. But I'm somebody who likes to overpack and yeah, feels over-prepared to then be there and think, I could have bought both of them and shared that with someone. And then a pencil is in there as well. So bringing that along in case somebody wants to also play around with my pens. I don't really have special grinds, so I don't know how exciting that is, but you know, you never know. Maybe there's somebody who's never had the pleasure of trying out a Sailor Pro Gear, you know, and yeah, so that's that. And then this pouch right here, maybe we need to move that aside. I did end up putting together a postcard to give to people, just something to share, and yeah, I had fun imagining all these cute kitties wreaking havoc on the desk and having a fun time playing with stickers and spilling ink and playing with fountain pens and looking at photos. So yeah, if you happen to see this before the pen show and you see me, come say hi and I'll give you a postcard. So yeah, just something fun to bring along, I thought. And then I do hope I made enough, but yeah, that's those. And then this is maybe the thing that I wasn't, or I'm the least sure about, but I can't not bring it. I considered if this is really necessary, but in here I just have a couple more stationery items. I'm not sure how much of a vibe there is for people to just sit around and maybe even put some journal pages together. But yeah, I wanted to bring some stuff to share. I have a stamp pad in here with this pigment stamp ink. Oh, I packed a couple ink samples. These are mostly inks that I have found are really fun to dilute with water. These I've packed for the workshop, for the setting up an ink journal workshop. I thought that would be fun to bring along and have other people test these too. So that's for that. And then similarly, I brought these two. That's just the cap. Where's the... I'm bringing my markers that I made myself with fountain pen ink in case, you know, somebody wants to try these out. We can share those, and yeah, maybe somebody gets inspired to try out making their own markers with their own fountain pen inks. And then you never know if somebody needs a glue stick. As you see, I'm a little bit of a Mary Poppins packer. You know, I like to just be prepared or have things to share with people. I am bringing one of my Cat Collage Club PET tape. This is the one that I did in collaboration with Hiba from Hiba Creates. Again, just to share stickers. And then I have scissors and an assorted collection of tumble markers. And these apparently are really stuck. These are just some of my favorite, favorite colors, and I think they mix well together, so that there's that, and one of these with some of my favorite washi tapes, again, to share with people. I'm bringing a stamp block and some stamps, which I'm not gonna share right now. This is gonna be something that is coming out later this year. I know this is a little bit of a teaser, and folks who are gonna see me at the pen show, I figured they might be having fun trying these out, but I think I'm not gonna show them just yet on YouTube. And then I did also pack my point of view journal, just because I am using my fountain pens in here, and it's just, again, maybe when there's an occasion to, you know, sit around and share how people are using their fountain pens, or sharing journals in general. I figured just in case, maybe nice to bring along and, yeah, have a good time chatting and talking. And again, this is the one item that I wasn't too sure about if I've overpacked, but yeah. And I'm there both days, Saturday and Sunday. So if I find out Saturday that this is, you know, too much of a hassle to have in the bag that I'm carrying through through the show, then I could just always put that in my suitcase and not carry that around. But we'll see. So yeah, I think that is everything that I'm bringing. Let me know, have you been to a pen show before? What do you usually pack? Is there something that I should consider bringing next time around? I know this video is going to release after I have already left for the pen show, so I can't, you know, repack. Yeah, I also am putting in some snacks in my bag. I guess that would be a helpful thing. Nobody needs to be hangry while looking at pens. That would be so sad. Yeah, overall, I'm just super excited. Everyone else seems so excited. And I think the Dutch Pen Show, in terms of what I can gather from the size, is a really good way of getting introduced to the pen show vibes. And I can go by train. It's not too far from where my parents live. It's about like 2.5 hours by train. And so it's not too out of the way. So yeah, overall a really good first experience in getting my feet wet. And yeah, I'm just so excited. I can't wait. I've never been around so many people that share my hobbies, and I can be somewhat of a shy person, but I think knowing that everybody is into the same hobby and everybody speaks the language of fountain pens and inks is just going to be a totally different experience. So yeah, that is it from me this week. I am hoping to share some glimpses of the pen show on Instagram, so follow me there and see what's happening. And then I'm sure I'm gonna do like a wrap-up video as well once I'm back with my impressions and maybe a haul, who knows. And so yeah, we can check back in and see how it was. So yeah, until then, happy journaling.